Good morning from the farm. How crazy is this? I'm here in the barn and Mum has not yet turned up, which isn't actually out of the ordinary that much. We have an empty seat in front of me, and what's happened this morning is we have two bulls on the farm. We have Jonathan and we have Aubrey, neither of which named by me. And they both got in together. Aubrey apparently hurdled 2 fences. Mum's not notorious for having great fences, but Aubrey went over 2 fences and was in with Jonathan when we arrived this morning. So she's been busy sorting that out. But we thought, look, this is a farm, right? And so what we're doing this for this is for Farm 24, which is an initiative from the Guardian newspaper, sponsored by Morrison's. Here she comes. I can hear the gate opening. In which farmers get to, or are encouraged to showcase what's going on their plot of land, and that's what we're doing here. We've been doing that for a long time, Josh and I. Josh is over here, you can't see him. We don't have enough cameras for that, but I'm going to be talking to Josh every now and then because this is the first one of these that we've ever done. But before we get started, I made a quick little promo video, which, given Mum isn't here, seems fitting to play. So Josh, maybe chuck that on for now. What are you doing? You're late. At the tail end of last year, my mum and I sat down and started a podcast.
Short and sweet. I've got sheep to feed, pigs to feed, geese to feed, chickens to feed.
We spoke about the family farm, the challenges it faces and all the joy that it can bring. We had a lot of fun with it, but with the intensity of lambing, haymaking and shearing, we haven't done one of these for a while.
We have not done one of these for a while.
It's about time we got back to wishing you a good morning from the farm. This Thursday at 8 a.m. we'll be going live from the barn. Come and get woken up or perked up by the energy and atmosphere down in the barn. Bring your questions, curiosity, and we'll bring you a big, warm good morning from the farm.
Morning all. You ready?
Let's go and see. As if by magic, how does it feel? We play a little clip and my mother turns up. Hello, Mum.
Whatcha? How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah.
You left me in the lurch there, making me panic this morning.
Oh no. Well, animals need to be fed. I've got to feed me pigs and go and check round, have a quick check round.
They were left with me for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long, was it? But it felt like it. It's nervy business.
I am not used to people giving me time. If someone said I've got to get to somewhere, oh dear, I am a shocking time. Because I don't have to worry about the things. When it's done, it's done. I don't have to think, I've got to do those at 6:15. I do not. Rubbish. When I've got to be somewhere at a specific time. And don't ever talk to your father about my timekeeping. He's not a fan. Mm-mm. You went on holiday recently. We had a break and it was absolutely lovely. Just what the doctor ordered. Everybody should, well, not everybody can, but just a change of scenery. I just ran myself ragged. And what I do as well when I go away, which is really bad, and I'm sure it's not dissimilar to a lot of people, but I try and do every last job and fit as much in as I can. And then all of a sudden, but it was really, really, really nice to get away. Yeah. It was so lovely to have Dad all to myself, for us to chat. Oh, that's nice. Go and sit and have a bit of breakfast somewhere. Do the things that we never, ever do normally. And unconventional as always, you travelled there on a ferry. I did travel on a ferry and it was lovely. I love going on ferries. I used to like it when you were small and we went across on the ferry. Sounds like we're trying to be cryptic, by the way, as to where you went. Do you want to tell everyone where you went? Yeah, I went to Jersey. Nice. And I went to see... Which for American people isn't Jersey in... No, not obviously. Jersey in America. This is Jersey. Little Jersey. Yeah, little Jersey. But Jersey is so lovely. And I went to see Ben and it was so, so lovely to see him and say hi to Ben for me. Lots of love. Yeah. Yeah, for putting up with us. So we've come back with a tray of eggs that I'm going to put in the incubator. Oh, wow. And because he's got some really nice chickens. He does, yeah. He has really nice chickens. So Ben, we grew up with Ben. He's like a brother. Yeah, he's like one of my other children. Yeah. And so he lives in Jersey now. So he's out there and he's doing his thing and he is just such a great role model for you boys, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Fantastic. And
he's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's great. It's lovely to go away for a few days. Just recharge the batteries, re-energise. So yeah, it's been nice.
Oh, that's very, as you said, not everyone can, but if you can.
Isn't it lovely now for people? We can all go, okay, then there's some places we can't, but we can, hopefully everybody gets to go away, and even if it's just to visit relatives up the other end of the country, anything, it's just nice to do something.
So the reason I mentioned that is because it made me laugh when you were talking about getting your ferry. I mean, the trip to Portsmouth, you left about 8 hours, Dad left about 8 hours worth of leeway time just in case. Told you you're leaving at 10 a.m. and you needed to leave at 12. So that's really funny. So what happened this morning? Why on earth were you late for such an important...
Well, we had high drama this morning.
We did. We've
had Aubrey now on the farm since last June. And last night
What is Aubrey?
Aubrey is our Aberdeen Angus bull.
Aberdeen Angus bull.
Mm-hmm. And him and Jonathan haven't met. Well, they have actually, because they've met each other through a fence and they were hollering and messing about.
Yeah.
And so they've not actually met properly. And then this morning, last night he was very unsettled. And he keeps hollering at the heifers next door because he wants some fresh crumpet. So he's fed up with the girls, oh yeah, you lot, I want fresh. So he's got some lovely dairy heifers the other side of the fence.
Oh, wow.
And so he leans on that fence, he's snapped the wire, I can't tell you how many times. And he's just getting a bit naughty. So
before you were here, I was a bit rude about your fences. I said,
my fences are rubbish, some of them. Hands up.
You're not notorious for... There's a lot of pallets, a lot of string in there.
There's a lot of pallets and then there's a lot of string. Look, let me tell you, if you haven't got much time, oh God, we need to do something here fast. Yeah. And I can't bear doing half a job. So if we do it, we rip the old lot down and we do it I'm not good at... Yeah. But yeah, I've stick loads of pallets in fences.
Yeah.
I am. I have got some good ones though.
Oh, great.
Other people have done them though. But no, we've done lots of fencing on the farm, haven't we?
Yeah, I remember.
But now the fencing, it's so bad and it's so depressing because the stakes we use, the sort of pencil-like things with the point on the end, they're called wooden stakes.
Yeah.
You put them in the ground now, and they've stopped them using some of the chemicals, and they only last 4 or 5 years, Roo.
Oh my
And I've
word.
got gate posts, and it's so annoying. When you've done a fence before, it would last at least 15, 20 years. 15 years, let's say that. Not unless you got really naughty bull or something. But now...
Exhibit A.
Oh my God.
Exhibit Aubrey.
Look at... It's depressing anyhow. I won't go into that.
So Aubrey jumps in
with
with the more established gentleman of Jonathan, who we all know and love on this farm.
So
good old friend.
He's jumped through 2 fences.
Wow.
And now he's in solitary confinement. I'll show you in a minute.
Crikey.
He's up there.
How are we getting on over there, Josh?
It's in the doghouse.
Oh my goodness, this is a miracle. I mean, can we take 1 second, Mum, to thank Josh over there? Because he's doing... I mean, Josh is always absolutely fantastic. He's the guy behind these videos.
Can I just say as well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Rue's birthday and Josh's birthday. And if it wasn't for these 2 lads, the amount of hours they put in, no one would be watching antics at Hedgerow's farm and Round Hill Farm. So I want to say thank you both to you.
Thanks, Mum. That's
really
nice.
And I made you some flapjack, Josh.
So that's the way to everyone's heart. Everyone who comes and helps. We've got a photographer, Hattie, who's amazing. We've got some incredible photos.
Yeah, and,
got James, who's just
such
a solid, constant, just been amazing the whole time. You pay them with love and flapjack. Shortbread's another big one.
Yeah, shortbread's another good one. But I love people. I loved all your friends when they used to come over and stuff, and it's just a delight to see you all growing. And then guess what? Next week I'm going to get to see my new grandson Albie.
Oh,
and I am so excited.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm going to see Albie and Freddie, and we're gonna it's just going to be amazing because I haven't seen them for ages.
Yeah, so they've lived in they live in Devon. They live in Devon, and so we haven't seen them for a long time, all locked down and everything, because she was pregnant as well. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off. Mum, this is about farming.
That's it. Now let's get down.
Sorry, Marcus and Carla, although we are very excited to see you. So this is all for... Well, it's not all for that. We wanted to do a live stream for a while, and I kept saying it to people, and to be honest, it is a technical feat because the internet in this barn isn't very good, and to be able to sort of broadcast.
A surprise.
Yeah, there is a surprise. But for Farm 24, The Guardian are doing something which loads of farmers are getting involved in, which is really nice, which is basically lots of farmers sharing what's going on their farm.
Oh, awesome.
Which was something we've been doing for a while anyway, and it's sponsored by Morrison's. I thought you might like that. You like Mr. Morrison's.
I like Mr. Morrison's. He brings my shopping every week. Yeah, so I like I think I believe he was a pig farmer in the original, and it worked up from then. So I like the fact that he was farming stock.
He was a farmer.
Yeah, pig farmer.
Maybe we should fact check that.
Yeah, perhaps you ought to check that bit. But
we're in no way sponsored by Morrison's.
No, we are no way
sponsored. But for some, it was just quite a funny coincidence because weirdly, Mum does like Morrison's.
I do like Morrison's. Yeah, they're a really nice supermarket.
Yeah, you used to travel a long way to go to Morrison's.
I used to go to Northampton from here.
There's like supermarkets, about 5 of them within 10 miles. Mum used to travel at least 30 miles. Yeah, we used to go to
Morrison's at Northampton and I loved it.
Yeah, very strange. It was
absolutely lovely. And then we used to perhaps have a little bit of lunch. We used to have a bacon sarnie.
Day out.
And they had some deals and they had sort of big packs and portions, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I really like Morrison's. And I've been, actually it saved my life over lockdown and stuff because I've never been one to do online shopping, but I am a big fan. Let me tell you, those boys are fantastic. Bring my stuff. I don't have to lug the stuff in the trolley, out the trolley. I haven't got time. Well, I have got
There's another timekeeping thing. I actually remember, this was funny. I used to sit in the car and you would drive to whatever, Safeway or whatever, and you'd go, do you want to come in? I'm only going to be 5 minutes. I go, no, I sit in the car. And honestly, I don't know if this is everyone's experience, but 55 minutes later, Mum rocks up with a smile on her face, like, really hey, how you doing? Yeah. As if to think I wouldn't be so stressed at being 50 minutes just sat in a car. And very similar to this, I said, Mum, you got literally 10 minutes.
This is. I'm sensing you're all a bit edgy about this live streaming. This seems perfectly normal. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I mean, it was so lovely. I saw you at 6:20, for God's sake. It's a miracle. What's happened?
How rude.
Mind you, Andy's rota, he sent me various texts because I've got quite a ropey track record. Because I thought it was last Thursday. I thought, oh no, I've only just got back from my holiday. No, not this week, next week. But I'm absolutely fit and fine. It's such a fun thing to do.
It is. It's so fun. I'm so happy right now that it's actually working out. And speaking of which, Josh, do we have? So when we first came, I don't know. Have you got a clip of Aubrey on there? Yeah. Okay, great. So I'd love to see that because what happened when we first got here is we found Aubrey in with Jonathan, and I thought we'd take a quick video of it.
Panic stations.
And show you guys. Oh, that's so good. Can't believe this is working.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, so we basically turned up and then we were like, oh, that is weird, because Josh was like, Aubrey's in with Jonathan. It's probably going to finish quite soon. Yeah. We were like, wow, there's literally Aubrey's in with Jonathan. And then Jonathan, which I thought was a bit silly, was like trying to push Aubrey up a slope. I was like, you're not going to win that one. But I have to say, Jonathan was looking the stronger.
Superior.
He did. Is Aubrey still a young bull though?
Yeah, he's fairly young, Rose. I mean, he serves the cows now, and he's been living out with the cows and calves, and but I was before this episode happened, I was going to take him and I'm going to put him with the boys so he can have a couple of months and just give him a bit of grub and give him a rest now. Okay. Because he's getting more and more, and the flies love him, and he gets really pissed off with the flies. Peed off, sorry. But so I was going to put him so he can stay in. I'm going to have him in there. He's going to stay in there for a week. It's not going to be horrible. I'm going to feed him and stuff, and then he can go out with the boys, and they're out and they got loads of grass. So
actually, he saved you a big job because he was quite a few fields over. You'd have to.
Well, last night we were in the field and he mullered the water tank. I don't know. He pushed and I don't know what he was doing. He's been a bit naughty. Yeah. And then he was leaning on the fence, looking at these dairy heifers, and thinking, "Oh, have a bit of that." And then
that's a neighbour?
Yes, our neighbour. Then he was running along the fence, and I could see Jonathan down there, and they talked to one another. Or shall I do my bull impression? Doing this.
It's still the morning. I know it feels like the afternoon given how early you got up, but I don't think anyone wants to.
They're grown, all this low pitch roaring, like the lions you see at the zoo. And so they're doing a lot of that. And actually, when they got together and they'd finish their little scrappy do, they'll probably be friends. And people do have balls together.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't have to, but it's not usual. No. But you'd have one. It's just when there's a cow bulling or something, and one can smell it. Oh God, it's and some bulls, like my other Aberdeen Angus, it wouldn't matter what you put in front of him, he'd just barge his way through it.
Yikes!
That was Mr. Jock. He was just any fence. It could be barbed wire up to here, and he'd just push his way through.
Walk through.
Lean on it, and oh my God, there's me fence gone. Some of them are absolutely.
So it's no wonder you've not got the best fences then.
But anyhow, it's no problem. And nothing, but they just do, rams are the worst when the rams get together. Because they get together, and I suppose bulls would do it as well. I've not noticed, but rams, their heads crack. You can hear this. Oh my God, it's horrible. It's like,
and it's more normal. You've often got 2 or 3 tups in
the tups at a certain time of year, because they're getting a bit tetchy now. I've got my boys at the top there. We've been feeding them, and when they start head banging, it's like, God. Yeah,
because what I found interesting and this is something I should have known, but if you have no backstory about what's been going on, basically I started moved from London, and I grew up on a farm, but I didn't take much interest in what was going on. And so when I came back to the farm and started learning about what Mum was doing and why you're doing it and things like that, which has been a really nice journey over the last 3 years. It's been ages. One of the more fascinating things I learned was that the bull, and I'm not sure this is typical, is it? But the bull, i.e. Jonathan, is in with the cows most of the year, if not all the year, like the main bull.
It would, yeah.
Whereas the sheep, Mum, you tend to you'll have the sheep go in and out, the boy sheep go in and out with the girls at certain times, so you condense the period in which they conceive.
And lots of people do that with bulls as well. They have a bull pen, but and they have very strict calving times. So they are calving between January the 10th and March the 10th, and that's it. Then they've all calved.
Right.
They all go out and they know, and so when they sell their cattle, it's the efficient way. But I'm not efficient, or I haven't got a bull pen.
Little calves running around all year round.
It doesn't really.
There's some very cute calves behind you.
Yeah.
If we when we get even better at this, we're going to have live roaming cameras.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, to do that? But and then you would be carving, and then that's when they're going to calve. So you got all your stuff ready, and they're all in the sheds, and you've got your carving pens and this, that, and the other. And lots of people are so strict that if one of the cows is not in calf at a certain time, she's out.
Right.
She's gone. That's when they're doing it, between those times.
Yeah.
And then when they sell their cattle, like their store cattle, or when they're selling, they're all...
Blimey.
Yeah. Super efficient. Yeah. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of farms do that.
Yeah.
I am just... I toodle along here, don't I?
Yeah.
I could be super efficient. It would be good it's not really good to have calves in July and August, to be brutally honest.
Right.
But am I going to get them out and no, I just can't be bothered. So
why is that? Because they're out in the fields and it's...
Yeah, because I lost that calf, didn't I? Because it was dehydrated and stuff. But flies, summer mastitis, it's an absolute killer. So if they get infection in their udders, they'll be... And they get the worst infection...
I can't remember what video that was in. I think it might have been June of the first year. Josh, do you remember? We did a mastitis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first year. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Not a nice looking sequence of events that.
No. So we so it's not the best time, but I don't care if they have calves or... But I mean, it would be nice in the ideal world to have one of my little, to have a bull pen, basically.
Yeah.
So he could have his own place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not very efficient, and I make no bones about it. Okay.
There's something nice about that, though. There's also a lot that could be improved here. But I
obviously,
think
it'd be good to,
anyone.
It's to just get them out, and also it's good sometimes. It's like like Aubrey, I've had to be really careful. I've always bought bulls, you know, sort of 6 to 8 years old, because sometimes, only because I'm a cheapskate, or someone will say to me, there's nothing wrong with this bull, and you see it all the time in the ads and things. You have a bull and they're absolutely lovely. I've had the best bulls, the most fantastic bulls.
Right.
And then it comes, you have them. You can only have them a certain amount of time before they're then going to be serving their heifers. So they've got to go.
Own daughters.
Yeah. So they've got to swap them in. But I have no problem in having a bull that's a little bit older. It doesn't bother me. And the first Simmental bull I had was just one of those. And he said, literally, I love this bull. He's a beautiful bull. There's nothing wrong with him. A bull can go on, if it's not been abused and been serving hundreds and hundreds of cows, it'll go on till it's easily 10 or 11 or older than that. You know, if it's looked after.
How old's Jonathan then?
He is, oh God.
We're actually looking at Jonathan,
I think he's about 5 or 6.
Look at us.
5 or 6.
5
Come on, give us a smile. I think he's got a bad head. He's a bit quiet this morning. He's perhaps going to have lie down later. Bit of arnica. You all right, Johnny? Are you looking at him? It's like, look at the eyes. The eyes see it all, don't they?
He looked a bit out of breath after his Aubrey experience.
I think it's actually quite good. I'm pleased they've met. And it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't, no.
Because, my goodness, if you'd have seen me, I was running down here, I've got a pitchfork up at the top there, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to get it. But I mean, you can't, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And luckily, they were just having a pushing session.
Yeah.
And Jonathan was just showing him,
like,
you're not top dog here, matey. Yeah? So, and it was okay.
Yeah.
But I think they can get more aggressive than that. And bashing.
Yikes!
Anyhow.
So in the little video that I made, we haven't done one of these for a long time.
We haven't done one of these.
I was supposed to do one every. We were supposed to do everyone every week, and that's on me. But it's
no,
difficult.
But life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So how have you been? What's been going on? What's been going on the farm?
I still feel like I'm playing catch up. I am so behind. I feel like I'm so behind with everything. And but I'm feeling better now that I've had a break. I got a bit sluggish and fed up, and I can't do. And I have days sometimes now. I don't know whether the end of cut. And there's all stuff going on, and there's a lot of stuff to look after here and stuff. I get tired and stuff. So, and I get oh God, how am I going to do this, or what am I going to do? And right, sort yourself out, woman. This is what we're going to do. So, but I've been a bit like that, to be honest with you. But we are getting.
Mum,
we've had a lot.
I think everyone feels that.
A lot of sheep feet problems, which I told you about. But now I feel like we've hit the peak, and now I'm seeing positive results.
Great.
I've had to get the vet involved. I was foot dipping, and now I've got the vet involved, and I'm having to use very expensive drugs.
Right.
So they're all had a jab, and they're all improving. I've got some of my little lambs out here that I bought out yesterday, but they're on a new. I'm dipping them with the stronger stuff.
Right.
And every week we're doing it, but it's so time consuming, Roo, and we've got a lot of sheep, so that's been but I feel like that is getting better.
Well, we came and filmed for summer, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, we filmed a couple of times.
I mean,
the edits in progress.
But
there we were.
It was just grim.
Yeah, the feet.
I was
the sheep and the feet.
so peed off. And I go out in the field and they're limping about. And then you see it starts off with the skull, the long grass, which is lovely. We all want long grass. But the long grass then makes a little, opens up and they get an infection. And then it cuts them and it sort of...
gets infected.
Gets in between their hooves. And it makes it sore. And then this infection that I've got, this gets in and then I'm screwed. And then... You dip them, and then some of them you lifted them over, and then they've got the little crawlers in there. So every week now, we're foot dipping. Yeah. And some of the worst ones have been injected. Yeah. So it's cost me quite a lot of money, but I don't give them money. Muckers, I don't care about that. I feel like I'm getting over the worst of it.
They look really sore.
Yeah, they look really sore.
You said it's quite it's a bit rife in the UK.
Some in certain areas.
In certain areas, okay.
In certain areas, but it's just so, it's so miserable for them. You feel so sorry because not only is it hot as hell, the weather's so weird though, isn't it? It's sort of like it's really hot and then it's, then it's been rain, and then it's been this. But I wanted to do some silage actually before Mark. I have my visitors next week. But literally, I don't think I've waited this long, and I've been messing about waiting. If I'd have mowed it on Monday, we'd have been fine. But it was really wet at the weekend, wasn't it? So you don't know what to be doing. I don't know what.
Well, it hasn't rained; it's poured, and then it's been sunny. Yeah. We're blessed right now. It's absolutely lovely.
I mean, it's nice now, isn't it? But the forecast is atrocious. So, what shall I do? Can I ask people? Shall I mow my grass?
A poll.
Shall I mow my grass?
Go on then, Mum.
Today? Or shall I leave it? I've just looked at the forecast. It looks pretty shocking.
Can you mow it? Is silage. You don't have a mower.
I have not got a mower. I'm getting someone in to mow it.
Oh, I see. Shall you get them in today?
Shall we get them in today? Or shall I leave it till after the weekend? Because it's shocking. You don't need some... It's nice to have some sun on it, but it looks absolutely shocking, the rain that's coming over.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so I don't know what to do. I'm in a quandary.
So Google...
Yeah.
Google weather in Buckinghamshire.
Yeah, weather in Buckinghamshire. Shall we go for it?
Shall we go for it?
Shall we go for it, or shall we abandon ship?
I like
Please,
this, Mum.
can you tell me what to do?
That's
Mrs. Den's quandary this morning. It's sunny and it looks nice.
I actually did. That's funny you say about that, because I did another little video that I've been making little videos in the interim between us doing this bigger video and working out how we do this.
Yeah.
And I made one about haymaking. I don't know can you find that one, Josh? And you got it ready?
Well,
maybe send that one, pop that one up.
Pardon me. We used to, and I still have a mower, but we have someone in to do our mowing and to do our silage making. I don't have a baler. I don't really like sitting on tractors. That's it, we'll have that done for silage, and then we might as well make hay in the middle. That'll save on plastic, won't it? Cheers!
Hello,
welcome
we're back.
Cab Cam.
How long was that then? 59 seconds or something? I can't remember how long I made those. But I was trying to, in the interim, I was trying to find the YouTube comments thing so I can actually tell you what people are saying.
Oh, bless.
Maybe Josh can shout some out if people are getting in touch and telling you what to do about the weather.
I've just put... Yeah. Well, it's...
How lush is the grass was the question.
It's not as lush now as it was in June. The grass is not as lush as it was in June. The grass has lost and is losing its luster.
But you've already made... We made some hay and silage.
Yeah, we made some silage.
So what would this be then in terms of what
this would be second quality silage. It would not have as much protein in it now.
Okay.
And it's also all the grass now. I've got several little paddocks that I'm absolutely panicking about because I don't know what I'm going to do. But
would you call this next to you second quality?
No, this is seed hay.
Seed hay, because it looks quite...
It looks like straw.
So...
But I actually bought that.
The only thing when I was...
This is someone's done the seed in...
It does look like straw.
Last year's. But it's still quite green. Can you see? It's quite green.
Yeah.
But it is quite coarse. They do like it though.
So what was that then? Seed?
It's called seed hay, Roo.
It is quite... That was one of the things actually when I was... the only thing I've ever been able to correct people on is the difference between hay and straw, which, I mean, to a farmer would seem silly, but lots of people don't know the difference. No. So straw is... and also, I think in America, it's actually just called hay. I'm pretty sure.
Really? Oh, right, okay.
I think.
Okay.
Obviously, people correct me on that.
But
straw is what they lay on. But sometimes
straw is used for bedding, but also wheat straw is usually used just for bedding.
And straw will come from the crop from a combine harvester. You know, one of those.
So
whereas
they have just started,
what they eat comes from a mower and just basically
it's dried grass. It's dried grass, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, wicked. Thanks, Josh. Oh, wow. Pam Harwood's on there.
Oh, good old Pam.
Sorry, that's the first name I saw.
Oh,
Pam
is
Harwood
it?
down the
Bless.
road. That's so nice. Awesome.
But yeah.
So, let's see if I can find...
Can you give me easy questions, please?
Matt, given the general forecast of the weekend, I'd be wary.
Yes, thank you, Matt. That's what I'm thinking, Matt. Oh, my God.
And then a nice question from Fred. Sorry, we're learning, so I've only just picked my phone up. It was, did you live on the farm when you were younger?
I've lived on a farm all my life, Fred. I was born on a farm. Mm-hmm. I am farming stock through and through. Yeah. Yeah, I am very lucky. Yeah, so I was born on a farm, yeah. I was born at Roundhill, actually. Born in that house up there.
Yeah, you've got very fun stories. The little house.
The
so the farm split
into
2 halves. This is what we call hedgerows, which is the newer
This
part.
is a new one. And that, Roundhill is my mum. I've lost Dad, but my mum's farm. But Mum and I do it together. We are girl power. Yeah? Every day is a challenge. We can do this, Mum. Yes.
Love it. You are girl power,
Yeah,
actually.
we are girl power. She is my rock.
Yeah, she's fantastic,
She's
Granny.
fantastic. All our rocks, actually. She is amazing, amazing, amazing woman.
Yeah.
Love you, Mum.
Oh, that's nice. So it feels weird to me that this is still the morning,
good.
To be honest.
And it'd be lovely if we can do it more so you can see them all feeding. I love it when I feed my pigs and things. Oh, you got the pigs. Oh, awesome. You got the pigs. Oh, and Tommy. Tommy is so funny.
So
Tommy.
these are the small pigs.
Yeah.
These aren't Tommy's children. Tommy
No, they're
wasn't
not Tommy's
old enough
children.
to have children yet.
And we're going to try and find a gilt in the next couple of months, Roo, where you can go and see if you've got any nice. I'd like a really nice Tamworth gilt, a pedigree one, please.
Okay, well there we go. That's putting that
I would
out
like
there
a
as well.
genuine one, and Tommy needs a wife. He was so funny. Strimming this week, we couldn't strim anymore because we got a blade and we got a load of docks in his pen. It's like, it'd be really nice to tidy that up, and we'll go strimming. And it's like, we can't go strimming because he wants to play. It's like, oh no, Tommy, no, please don't, no, we can't do that. No, go to sleep, go in your shed, go and do something. No, so we've given up strimming. He's either got to go in with the lambs and they're going to have a bit of a play in the green area, and so that we can strim his paddock.
It does look so nice out there for him. It's a bit cooler today as well. When we filmed for summer, it was absolutely.
It was killing.
Must have been the hottest day of the year.
It was killing. Mm-hmm. I just need a few days to get used to the heat, and then it's so lovely, and I love it sort of in the evenings from 6 o'clock. Well, between 5 and 8 in the mornings. Yeah. And then I like between 6 and 10 at night. But have you noticed what are we now? The first week in August. Oh my goodness! Last night, the nights are drawing in.
They are.
Do you not think?
Yeah. In a big way.
Yeah. First of the big sheep sales today.
Oh.
The sheep breeding sales are all going on, and they're all coming up. So people now are working out what rams they need and if they want any replacements. And a lot of people are selling their lambs, store lambs. So they're not fattening them. They're going to sell their lambs on for someone else to fatten.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of sales are coming up, Roo, because we were going to go to the market, weren't we?
We are planning to do that,
Good.
right?
Good. That'd be interesting.
So I asked Mum at the start of the year, what are all the months? Spring was about lambing primarily on for you. What are the months for you? Spring, all about lambs and new life, and daffodils and nice things. And summer about haymaking, getting everything ready for winter when it's a bit harder, getting mucking out the sheds.
That's it.
Didn't really anticipate the amount of hobbly sheep around. We've covered that.
No, loads and loads of.
Then autumn was about sort of selling and thinking
selling.
About.
Paying you bank overdraft.
That might be a bit boring.
No, that's no, but all those things. Yeah,
it's
selling.
And then so we thought, wouldn't that be fun if we go to a sort of an auction? It's
good because this is the time when we're putting the money in. The rents are coming up for paying. People have got rents to pay and they've got mortgages to pay. They've got loads of stuff to pay. So they are thinking, right, There's someone, Dad was talking to someone, his whole sheep are going. He's put them all in at the sheep fair.
Way.
The breeding sheep are going, his rams and his lambs. Gone. The trade is good, so we're going to, let's get the money in. Because of the uncertainty with Brexit and all this, that and the other. There's a lot of people
very difficult.
don't know what's going on. It's been a tremendous trade for the sheeps. Oh, well, this are pigs.
Oh.
But it's been a tremendous trade for lambs throughout, and coal ewes and stuff. So people are thinking, if they're thinking, oh, I'm getting a bit older and don't want to be doing this and I don't really know, and all those things, people, we're all going through questions.
Yeah.
The world is changing very rapidly. We all want to, we're looking at the environment, we're looking at the lots of different things, aren't we?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, farms and food
farms and food,
they can't change.
No.
People need those.
And we need the grass, and if you want, it's lovely to have the animals. If you don't want the animals and people don't want to eat the meat, then we're going to be covering it all in solar panels, aren't we? And industrial units. Don't know. Or we're all going to be growing quinoa. Yeah?
Quinoa. It's not very nice quinoa, unfortunately. Not my biggest, or I'm not its biggest fan, should I say. But
no, it's it's all, you just hear all these stories, and it's so there's so much negativity towards us poor little livestock farmers sometimes. You think, why are we doing this, Roo?
Yeah.
Why do we want to do this?
Yeah.
I love my animals though. I love feeding people. I need, personally, when I'm doing physical work like I do, I need protein, and I need to eat the right stuff, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think it's just getting a balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're all getting a balance, but it's also sort of worrying as well when you're listening to all this stuff.
Yeah, it
Don't
is.
you think? I think it is.
Well, I find it fascinating. I've come to explore that side of it a lot more, just because I get challenged I think the ethical, or the reason to eat meat, if you're against, killing animals, that's a pretty viable reason. I'm not going to argue with that.
No.
That's absolutely your opinion. I think the environmental one, which is this idea that people are becoming sort of vegan to be better for the environment, is quite interesting, because I'm not sure it's all that true. I don't want to talk too much about it, because I don't know too much. I try. But I do. What I do know is that grassland in this country is so important.
Can we just stop a minute, because the pigs are destroying something.
One second, I'll be right back. Yeah. I'll leave you with Mum.
Yeah, the pigs are just chewing a box and making there's a great deal of excitement, I have to say, in a white polystyrene box, which they are chewing. That's it. The wind blew it in and they were very, very excited. Some of them are even eating
just
it
as
as
I was making my world-beating points,
yes. No, it's all,
okay.
There's so much going on in the world. There's so much going on, and there's so many positive things, isn't there?
Yeah.
And we're all going to be planting trees and doing as much as we can, and we're all going to be planting lavender, and we're all planting, and we got to look after the bees.
Lavender is awesome.
And then this morning, and we've got to cut down on some of these chemicals, obviously, because we want to keep. Oh my goodness, we are really screwed if we don't look after the bees. But all these lovely bee hotels and bee day and all this different things, and also if you see a bee on the floor, what do? You know what you got to do, don't you? I've learned all this.
Get Frank away from trying to eat it.
You've got to put sugary water down, because it's just run out of steam. Like I run out of steam about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. You just got to give it a little bit of sugary water and off it goes again. But it's lovely
Saving
what people
bees.
do.
That is a nice thing to do. Getting so many questions in, I believe.
Oh no,
so
not too
many. Thank you so much to everyone who's sending those in, and I am definitely going to read those. To be honest, I feel like we haven't spoken for a little while.
Well, we haven't.
We're just on a.
Sorry, I haven't said half of what I want to say as well.
Oh no.
So, watch this.
What do you want to say then, Mum?
Oh dear. Give me a question, an easy one, please.
Okay.
Not too taxing.
King of the Road.
Oh, good.
I've seen King of the Road a few times. How many cows do you have?
Don't know.
That was a hard one, apparently.
Yeah.
King of the Road. No, sorry about that.
No, sorry. There's 35.
I thought that one was an easy one.
No, it's about 35.
35-ish.
Yeah. Well, there's sort of a couple of heifers in there, but yeah, 35.
You're not including calves in that?
No. No,
so
no,
that's
no, no.
Cows,
Cows.
like breeding cows.
Breeding
Okay.
cows, yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah.
How are your poultry doing from Fred?
The poultry are doing quite well. Yes, they're
Yeah.
doing well. Yeah, they've been laying quite. The geese have been a disaster. The poultry have been very good. The girls are laying really well, but I'm trying to feed them and keep.
So you don't consider geese poultry?
Yeah.
Oh, you would, yeah.
Geese, ducks, quail, it's all poultry. But they've laid quite well throughout the year. And I've been thrilled with my little white Sussex. But I still have got too many cockerels.
Oh my goodness, Fred, she's got
And I
a
keep
shed
saying,
full of cockerels.
oh, it's D-Day coming up, but oh no. I'm not so I'm feeding all these cockerels, Fred. It's very inefficient, but the hens have been laying really well.
Yeah.
I've been adding a few different things in. I've got some seaweed that I give them.
Seaweed?
Yeah, I've got some seaweed powder that I'm starting to give them. And I was reading an article, what I'm going to start doing is giving them a bit cider vinegar once a month in their water. Apparently that's really good for them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they've been quite good.
Any
They've
other
kept pretty well.
tips and tricks for chickens? Tips and tricks for chicks?
No, just make sure if, in the winter or if you got like creosote your houses well in the winter. See if you can get another house so they've got somewhere else to stay. But give one house a rest so you can get rid of all those horrible red mites. That's the worst thing. That's the thing that I hate more about
the red
poultry, the red mites. But I've actually creosoted sheds and keep the red mite under control. They're pesky nuisance.
pesky little things.
Yeah, they're horrible.
I think Josh has lined up something for chickens. Oh, that's nice. Got some chickens playing.
But I love the chickens.
You love chickens, don't you?
I do love chickens. I absolutely love, and I know people are in cities and towns, but there is something really nice about chickens. They're very, because they're so hard working, they're scratching, and I've got a white one that comes to my back door every night about 5 o'clock, ready for a little bit. They're just real characters, and they're lovely. And if you you don't want cats and dogs, chickens are lovely.
Yeah.
They really are. And they're really good because they'll go around in the garden. You don't have to, you can just let them out a little bit, just so they can have a little, because they do destroy your garden. Well, they do a lot of, when you put your new plants in, they're digging them up.
Put them on sort of an allotment to dig it back up?
You can have, because someone asked me that before. You can, some allotments are different, but you can have a few chickens not in an allotment. And actually chickens, like I've got a load of caterpillars now on my nasturtiums. They're having a field day. But chickens,
they love those, I bet.
Yeah. So there is a symbiosis, that's, they're lovely. They're very gentle creatures.
We've got a funny comment here.
Oh, God.
Hey, Vicky. James Eads, good morning to you too. Thanks so much for commenting. This is a really hard...
Oh, no.
Franz? What would you say, Josh? It's Fransje. Franzie. Awesome. I hope that I said that right, Franzie. Morning, haven't done my jobs yet. You lot distracting me.
Good.
That's
I hope it's a good distraction. Love to you, Franz. Have a good day, mate.
How is the little Fergie and Renault going?
Oh, yeah, so good.
That's from Fred as well.
Yeah, it's so good. The Fergie's going really well. Fred, that tractor is amazing. I love that. Those little tractors are amazing. You know why? For fuel economy.
Yeah.
And that is what we need, don't we? We need to use less. So good for fuel economy. And the Renault's pretty good as well.
Yeah. They like this weather too. It's in the winter they get a little bit.
That little Massey though, they're both good. My yellow Massey is a bit of a job in the winter. I have to look after that. It likes to be in the warm and stuff. But that one, she starts in minus weathers as well. She is such a little sweetheart.
Yeah, we've got a nice video on her, our darling Massey tractor or
something. Oh,
right.
She is such a little... And because she's so low and because I'm getting a cribbly old bag now, I can just get on and off there.
Sorry.
So easy. And it's just so efficient and it'll lift and pull and... Yeah, she's a little sweetheart. Yeah. I'd love 2 or 3 of them.
Mm.
The only thing is sometimes I just need something with a bit more grunt,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting I want to get myself... a muck spreader. And that's certainly, because someone asked me, like, could I put the topper on that? I've got quite a big topper, but I don't think it wouldn't run that. But, you know, for loading, unloading, and to do the jobs that I want to do, tiddling around doing, putting a trailer on and going, yeah, fantastic. Fantastic little things. They are worth a bloody fortune, those little tractors. They're making a fortune as well.
Well, that's quite
The next thing we're going to do is Project Little Ford, that's been stuck in the hedge for 25 years.
That is more than a project, surely.
But that was another tractor. But we've got a few problems with that.
Yeah, I remember being
young. In a hedge.
I remember being young and feeling like that was really old. That tractor. I was about 5.
It's got no power steering. That, you see, is quite nice to steer. That little Ford. Oh dear. But you can.
I've got. I don't know if I told you, but about the Massey, I got an amazing person called Tom from Ireland, of all places, sent us a valve. Did I tell you this? Yeah, Tom actually emailed me or messaged me on YouTube. I don't know if you're watching, Tom, but hopefully you watch this back and you know what I'm talking. But Tom watched our June video from 2018, okay, and he left a comment on that video saying, oh my goodness, we need to sort out the fact that your mum doesn't have a bale squeezer. And I just thought, that's so funny, because what mum does, I don't want to labour the point too much, and I'm sure it'll be in the summer video, but mum spikes perfectly wrapped and sealed bales, and silage needs to be airtight to ferment, and so mum makes holes with spikes. And Tom watched the video and was so I suppose encouraged to reach out, should we say, that he said, look, give me a shout. And anyway, Tom makes these incredible trailers that you basically drive up. He's seems to be a bit of a genius with creating these bale, these silage bale sort of trailers and wrappers and things.
Squeezes.
And he had a valve, and he was like, okay, I've got a valve. I'm going to send you a valve. And I can't believe how kind that was. Thank you so much.
Oh, Tom, thank you so much.
And all I can say to you, Tom, is I'm so sorry. I just couldn't, yet. We have not managed to install the valve, but basically we need to get the bale squeezer. The valve goes on the Massey, and then we need
to. I mean, it's that thing was made in the 50s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get things into perspective.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I like my old girls.
But farming has come.
But I would be lying if I didn't say I would like a Mapper at some point. I don't want one of those big ones.
I looked into those.
But then sometimes I probably sit in one of them and think, I can't drive this damn thing. What are all these knobs and whistles? It's like if I buy a truck, I don't want to look like a drug dealer. I just want a truck that I can put a bale of silage in the back. I can chuck some lambs in. I don't want all the gizmos in all this modern stuff. I don't want a tractor that can do all the, I just want something that'll go up and down, that'll come in and out. That's all I want. It would be really nice.
You're not alone there.
But,
we have got
right, go.
Cryostorm. We have no bale squeeze here.
Good.
Zero spike only. Or one spike.
One spike.
Have to get neighbours contractors to move.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Jane Williams, morning from Northamptonshire. Jane, we were talking about Northamptonshire and the Morrisons that you have or used to have. Maybe
still there.
Paul, who's just a top commenter and great person, lives near me. What happened to the gosling with 19 eggs?
Oh.
Sorry, Paul, it's not a good...
no babies, Paul. I'm so upset about it. And that was... Oh, yeah. Because I read about... I can't remember. Someone was reading to me. And Mum says, there's all these eggs underneath. And then someone read out this article to me. And it said, what you should do is... candle your eggs, Paul, which is a process. You can do a sort of homemade one. So what we should have done was candled the eggs and made sure they was fertile, and then we should have bought away, some of the eggs, even if they were fertile, and perhaps put them under a hen or put them in an incubator. Yeah. So she just has 6 eggs. The eggs that were wrong in there. So if there's any bad eggs that aren't fertile, then that gives off gases and kills the good eggs. So
oh, right.
she was sat there and sat there and sat there.
So having the more eggs is like... Oh
it's
no.
really bad. I'm really bad with goose, but I'm going to try really hard, Paul, next year and get it right.
It's really difficult.
It's so bad. And bless her, she literally sat on those eggs for a month.
Oh.
More than a month. It's like, look, come on, darling. Then she'd sort of go out, and then what we had to do one day is, right, you're going out in the field, and we had to quickly.
Yeah.
It's so... so annoying.
So,
but I have spoken to Richard, who's my poultry expert.
Right.
And he said...
Do you have people like that, sort of advisors in different animals?
It's like I have so many people I contact, or if I'm not sure about something.
Yeah.
And even now, even with my cattle sometimes, if I'm doing something with my sheep, I always ask questions.
Yeah.
It's no good. And also if you ask questions, but there's other people in the same boat, and it makes you think, I'm not the only one, thank God. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but you think you're... a little ship on the ocean, you're the only one struggling, and you need to talk. I need to talk.
Yeah.
It's something I have to do. If I talk to, I have to talk to the dog, I talk to myself, anyone, am I doing the right thing?
Or you talk to me.
Should
Apparently,
I be mowing today?
Josh,
should I not be mowing today? Should I do this? Should I do that?
Josh just put a thing
also,
up saying we're 50 minutes
older,
in, Mum.
I think as you get older, you lose your confidence,
I've
don't
lost
you?
her.
You lose a bit of confidence.
No, you're confident.
I mean, I am pretty, but sometimes I wake up.
No,
think,
you're fantastic with confidence.
God, what the hell?
Yeah.
But I think that's an age thing.
No, that's what gives you your.
I think we've got to be positive.
That's why we're good. You're good at.
But I'm not going to lie and say, it's all everything's tickety boo. I've had moments of not crying, but have to go down and have a good stiff talk to yourself and come on.
Well,
but we've all been through that, every single one of us, and still. But it's lovely. We've got a lot to be thankful for. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's good. But it's so lovely to talk to you again.
Yeah.
Well, how many more minutes or hours have we got?
We're 50 minutes in. I couldn't believe that. Josh just held up a sign. I was like, I feel like I've been talking for 10 minutes. It's amazing. Well, thanks so much, everyone. I mean, we're not going yet because we're 50 minutes in. We haven't breached one ginormous topic, which is obviously Clarkson's farm. No, I've not actually seen any yet, and that's not out of protest. I'm very excited to watch it because I've heard only good things. But the reason why it's such a big thing is because all I can see whenever I go on YouTube, and I don't know if Josh is the same, or you as someone who's on YouTube and watching this is the same, all I get shown is Jeremy Clarkson this, Jeremy Clarkson that, Jeremy Clarkson farm.
It's hilarious.
I just need to watch it, but I don't want to watch any clips until apparently the farmhand, or the guy who not the farmhand, the guy who basically
I've watched 2 programs.
Is it Caleb?
Yeah, I think
he's
it's
apparently
Caleb.
Absolutely brilliant.
I've watched 2 programs, and it's just it's so funny.
Yeah.
It makes me die of laughter 1 minute, and I'm like, oh no, oh my God, no, in the next breath. But so lovely. He's got Caleb, and it's so lovely because he's a young farmer, a young person, just starting off his journey, and I mean, Clarkson wouldn't be able to do anything without Caleb. And then he's got this lovely old boy, because I mean, there's just characters everywhere, wherever you go, isn't there, in the towns and in the villages.
Well, I have to say, that is farming.
Yeah.
Characters,
oh my goodness.
For sure.
And, and when you're on farms, if, everybody, and in my grandfather's generation, everybody used to come to the farm, if it was the milk tanker driver, if it was the cow, if it was the person doing this, that and the other, they'd all come in the house for a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And come on in, my duck, come on in and have a cup of tea. And, and it's still the same. But Caleb is lovely. And there's another person that does the dry stone walling and a few other jobs.
Oh, right.
And he takes the rip out of him, because he's got a very broad Cotswold accent. I can't even remember his name. But then also you've got the land agent that's saying, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
No, that is not feasible. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that, because, we are bound by a lot of rules and regulations, what we can do and what we can't do. And so it's very, very entertaining.
Do you think it's a good introduction for people into farming?
I think it's amazing, because it's making people think you just sit on a tractor. I mean, it's a lot to do with the arable side, which I'm not very...
So there's two. Well, there's three.
So they can see the. But I've only watched two. I've only watched the one where he was buying some sheep in. Someone bought him some sheep, and they were all jumping over the wall out of there, which was hilarious. And the second one, he grew a few spuds, and then he was doing building this farm shop.
Yeah.
And then it was wet and mud, and all these people were coming in, and it was hilarious. It was very good. But I mean, he puts together a good program. Some of it you thought, oh, that's a bit naff, but I mean, it was very, very entertaining. It makes people laugh. It shows people another side to farming.
Great.
It's and it's the human side. He had to take two of his ewes that had got lumpy bags to the slaughterhouse, and that was very humbling because you could see he was upset. But they've got to go. You can't keep these things. It's not economic. It's not. And all those sort of issues. So it's very good.
That is a challenge.
Oh my goodness,
that farming challenge of, as far as I'm concerned, my mum looks after and cares for a lot of animals all the time. But then your job also is to breed them for... I've
got my lovely old Cindy over there.
Cindy's very old now.
Cindy's very old, and she's got a knackered hip. And I've had her in front of houses, and I'm now thinking... Oh my goodness, they could be ringing up the RSPs. You can ring up who you bloody like, I'm telling you. I know she's got to go, but she's having a summer of love, and then she's got to go. And I'm taking her to the place, and it's the most miserable thing. But I know I am taking her. No one else is. She's not going to get bundled into a lorry. She is going to go on in that trailer, and me and her are going to go to the place, and that's it. I could swear now, but I won't. It's a very sad thing to do. It's not a nice thing. And we all get attached to our animals. Yeah. Your bulls and I can remember when she was a calf. And when she was a calf, she was really, really poorly. It took me about 4 or 5 weeks to get her going. But every year she has a calf for me. She is one of my long-serving girls. But that's it. Me and her have got to go on a journey, and that's it. But she's here for the summer, and then my lover. Love. That's it. You won't have to, because it's painful for her now, and that's it.
Yeah, that's not very nice, is it?
So that's it.
Have you seen Clarkson's farm? Yeah, that was from Fred. Matt Allen, same here. Clarkson's farm all over my social feeds.
it's just fun, isn't it? Fun because we all need laughter. When you watch something and you're feeling a bit damp squib, and then you watch that twit, it's like, oh my God, what is he doing now? I haven't seen some of them. I said every Sunday night I'm going to watch an episode.
Nice.
Be really efficient.
Yeah.
I've watched 2 and I've missed about 6. I'm going to get back to it, but you get busy, don't you?
You do.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's good, and it's also educating people.
Yeah.
Growing crops and what you can and can't do. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to. Why aren't I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Why can't I do this and this, that? And he's showing and putting people straight. Because he's a straight talker, isn't he? Doesn't. Why is that not?
Yeah, he's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think anything
he's Marmite,
like that,
isn't he, Jeremy?
Yeah.
You love him or hate him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I don't know. I think probably one more question. I don't know how long. Wow, we're an hour in. Well done. I mean. It's a miracle.
Bore people to death.
It was a miracle. I managed to get Mum to sit down for an hour.
I know, and I want me breakfast.
You're uncomfortable sat down, aren't you?
I've not had my shredded.
Who are these little piglets? Because we touched on it, and we've had some footage of the piglets earlier. But
these are Peppa Pig's piglets.
Aren't
they gorgeous?
Piglets. They are very cute.
I've actually just put them on a site to sell because I can't keep 11 piglets.
Yeah, 11 seems excessive.
Yes. I do love them though.
I went on a website to buy Tommy, and it was really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And I can't remember what it was called now, but I think the normal one.
Yeah.
But how old are they? Because they're
10 weeks now.
10 weeks. They grow so fast. They start out like the tiniest little.
Do you know what though? I love the pig experience. I really do.
Yeah.
I do love the pigs.
Yeah.
But I have always loved pigs because when I was at college I used to look after the pigs, but I did not like the pig fattening unit. No, I didn't like the tyre swinging up, and it's all different now. It's all modern and nice, and they have things to play with. But I adore pigs. I really do like them. I love them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got Tommy outside, but I'd love to see these guys outside. But I can't. Yeah.
Well, 11 piglet. That's, I mean, and your fences.
And then I've got to catch them.
Yeah.
Or you've got to catch them, because you're very good at catching pigs, aren't you, Ruth?
It's one of my skills. I might put it on my CV.
And then my other 4 that I've got are really growing. But I want to, as I say, I've got to. So the money I get from this has got to go towards the Tamworth gilt.
Nice. So
that's it.
I suppose a closing request. If anyone knows a Tamworth gilt.
And I just want a really nice one. All right, actually, I don't mind. You know, if someone's got a sow, I don't really mind having a Tamworth sow. You know, if someone's got a nice story, I do like a human story.
Yeah.
If they're struggling and they can't keep enough, or they want to, that's it. Just tell me.
Yeah.
I can't have 2. Just 1, please. Just 1. Perhaps I could have 2.
And I've just got a message. You'll like this. We'll close out with this. But the same person we were talking about earlier, Marcus and Carla, he said that Albie and Freddie are watching you now. So that's nice,
Love
isn't it?
to my boys.
Nice family show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks so much for being online with us.
It's lovely to be with you. I hope everybody's...
What an amazing experience.
Yeah, I hope everybody's keeping well and positive, and love to you all.
Yeah, thanks so much. A huge thank you to Josh.
Yeah, and to Josh,
just been...
and Ming and Rue and all the people that helped me. Love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely smashed it. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Hello again. Sorry, not quite yet. I just wanted to say we will be doing these infrequently. I actually haven't spoken to Josh. It's a good time to get him on the spot. But the podcast is something that Mum and I were doing religiously, and we're really enjoying.
Yeah, it was nice.
We got a chance to chat to each other. But I just wanted to say before we sort of close out, that I don't know, maybe once a month we're going to look at doing these. But if you follow us subscribe on YouTube, or go and follow us on Twitter or Facebook now, best YouTube, or head to the farm, flankfarm.com, and subscribe. Then what I'll do is, when I have the thought as to when these will come out and when they'll go live, then we'll start to organise more of them. But I just wanted to say that before we officially say goodbye. But that's me closing out now. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being with us, because you made it really cool too. So that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Bye.